Hello everybody and welcome back to Hart Talks. Well, today I want to do a little story time. So sit back, get comfortable and get ready for this story about the day I met Diana. Imagine Glasgow, 1990.
All right, I can pick up a cue. Picture it. Sicily, 1912.
I was working as a student nurse in the Prince and Princess of Wales Hospice. The idea was that the building was being given to the Prince and Princess of Wales for their wedding present, and we'd been open for a while, and it was eventually the Prince and Princess of Wales were coming to visit, and we had to go through lots of checks and security, and it took weeks and weeks and weeks, probably months, backstage, but from what we could see, it took weeks of preparation and security checks and all that kind of thing for all of the staff in the hospice. And then gradually we started telling the patients. Now you've got to remember that telling people that Princess Diana is coming, because at the time Princess Diana was just, everybody loved her, and yeah, she was looked on as, she was amazing. I still to this day think that she was amazing, and back then everybody thought that as well, because it was in the height of her and Charles, and this big romance that everybody thought was happening. And we started then telling patients that Princess Diana and Prince Charles were coming, and it got to a few days before, and I always remember this woman I was looking after, and she was lovely, and she was so excited about Diana coming, so excited about meeting her. But as the days were going on, she started to get sicker and sicker, and it started to look like she wasn't going to be around or awake, conscious for Diana arriving. So anyway, on the day that Diana was due to come, sorry, I keep saying Diana because Charles was there, but I'm sorry, Charles, but it was as if he wasn't there. He wasn't really, it was all about Diana. So I went to speak to this patient who was getting worse, but had been so excited about Diana coming. And I whispered into her ear and I said, Diana's coming today, Princess Diana's going to be here. And she moved slightly, but there wasn't much going on. So anyway, Diana came, and she came upstairs, and we were all in a line, and we got to shake her hand and say hello to her. And then she was going from bed to bed, talking to each patient, holding their hand. God, I feel emotional thinking about it. But she was just, she was just wonderful. And she got to this patient's bed, and I was there, standing there, and I explained to her that this patient had been so excited about meeting her, and but over the last couple of days she'd started to get weaker and weaker and was now unconscious. And Diana stroked her head and she said, "It's Princess Diana, I'm here, and I'm just holding your hand." And it got to the, Diana finished with her and then went around the other people, and then every move that Diana made was very, everything, security guards everywhere, if you stepped out of place they would step forward, so it was very, everything was had to be done to the way that we had rehearsed it. And Diana had been given a posy of flowers as she entered the hospice, and she'd given them to her assistant to hold as she'd been going round. And as Diana had finished seeing all the patients and was about to go back downstairs to the day unit that we had, she took her posy of flowers and sprinted from where we were back into the ward, and she gave this posy of flowers to this lady who had been waiting so patiently to see her. And then she sprinted back. You know, when she sprinted, everybody went, oh my goodness, you know, where's she going? But I always remember just being so touched, and all the staff were standing there, you know, watching this going on, going, yes, we're all fine, you know, but all kind of wiping a tear away, you know, because it was just such a sweet thing to do. You know, it's a memory that will always stay with me, because obviously, you know, years later when Diana died, it was just such a massive loss, you know, to everybody. And I think when you see Prince William and Prince Harry, and you see the boys that they have become, and it reminds me of that, what she did at the hospice that day, you know, how it wasn't on the schedule for her to do, you know, to give her the flowers to that woman, and how she was just very much her own person. And it was amazing to meet her. It was absolutely amazing. And every time I see pictures of her or hear stories of Princess Diana, I always think, I met her. I was this little 18-year-old kid, you know, just starting my training, you know, just learning about being a nurse, learning about hospice nursing, learning about all those things. And Princess Diana was there where I worked, shaking my hand and giving a posy of flowers to my patient. So it was very special, very, very special. And as you probably know, she did a huge amount for people living with HIV and AIDS. Back in a time when people were still very, very scared to do anything or touch anybody or hold anybody. And Diana's famous for going in and holding hands with a very sick patient at one of the HIV units in London. So yeah, so that was my story of meeting Diana. I wish we weren't allowed to take pictures, we weren't allowed to have any, it was in the days before you could record on your phone, but we weren't allowed to have any recording equipment or photos taken with her or anything like that. Yeah, it's just a memory that I keep in here, and yeah, it's a very special memory. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm thinking about you all, and things are beginning to change slightly, aren't they, with the lockdown rules and what we can and can't do. So I just hope that you are doing what you should be doing and are staying safe and staying healthy. Please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe. Yes, you know all the things to do. Hit that like button. Please share this video. Post it on your wall on Facebook. Put it on Twitter. Wherever you think it might do a bit of good. Thank you, everybody. Take care. I will see you all in a week's time. Lots of love to you all. Bye.